Uh, so here I am late at night, and I just saw this. And, I want to tell all my followers that I'm going to miss you all. And the people that I follow, I'm trying to follow you on YouTube, Instagram. I just opened up an Instagram account, even though I have an issue with that. And I'm on Blue Sky or whatever, but the algorithm seems to be terrible. Great content, but terrible algorithm. Anyways, if you follow me, I'm around. I'm under DUI maze. Anyways, I'll miss you all. But to answer your question, no. A PBT refusal in Michigan is just a civil infraction. It doesn't report to the Secretary of State. There's no points. There's no abstract. There's no upside to taking it unless you absolutely positively have not had anything to drink. And I'll show you my PBT that I've got in the office that all the cops use. Hold on just a second. So I've got these two PBTs. The Alka-Seltzer 3 over on the left, that's an old one. And the one over on the right, that's the FC10. That's the LifeLock. That's the one that all the police officers are using. They usually have like a big yellow sort of like, I don't know, shock absorber or whatever that they put on it. So it looks a little bit different, but that is the one that all the cops in Michigan use. And the thing is I tell people to refuse the PBT all the time because there's no upside. I mean, it's a $180 ticket. That varies from court to court. You'll find a $200 fine here, $150 there, but it's normally $180. No points, no abstract. So there's no good reason to take the PBT. And the problem is this, is let's say that you've used something else, right? If you blow all zeros and you weren't doing well on your field sobrieties because you didn't follow my advice, the cop's going to go for blood. And if you had taken a breath test, if you blew and you blew trip zeros, well, then you're scot-free practically unless the cop goes out and gets a warrant after you've already done your breath test at the police station. So this is just little things you can try to do to protect your rights. I mean, I'm not advocating that people should drive drunk or drug driving or something like that. But, if the police aren't doing things properly and if you're exercising your rights to the maximum benefit that you've got, then you might squeak by, skate on it, and learn a lesson. But sorry, after I reviewed that video, there's one thing. After you're arrested, they read you implied consent warnings, chemical test rates, and you have to take that test. Otherwise, you lose your license, right? So the one before the arrest, the PBT, is optional with a fine, right? The one after the arrest, they're going to read you implied consent warnings, and that's where you face the driver's license penalties. And that's where I say, hey, if you refuse the PBT and maybe you've done something else,